Hey guys, I'm Chad,
And I'm Paul.
and this is our van. And today we wanted to talk about why the heck we moved into a van.
Yeah, so we're going to break this video down into two parts. Part one, we're going to talk about why we moved out of a regular house and into a mobile one. And part two is why we decided on a small van instead of like a big RV, Class A RV.
So we were in typical 9 to 5s at first. We had an awesome apartment in Brooklyn, and we were living just the typical lifestyle that you would lead, working 9 to 5. You come home, make dinner, watch TV, go to sleep, and we just got pretty fed up with it.
Yeah, so I was actually an attorney in Manhattan, and so I would bike to work every day over the Brooklyn Bridge. It's really beautiful. I went to law school, spent a lot of time doing that, but kind of got sick of the whole process, just like Chad was saying.
So we knew we needed to make a big change in our lives and just wasn't sure what that change would be. At first we were actually looking at sailboats because we both like to sail, but we thought about how difficult that would be working from a sailboat, working out Wi-Fi. It's not off the list yet. It's still something that I'm trying to persuade Paul into, but not quite yet.
Yeah, for me, so what ended up happening was I started to look at some different ways to make money that didn't tie you down to one location, because unfortunately, when you're an attorney, you're pretty much tied down to one state, whatever state you're registered in. So I started to find different ways to make money online, which maybe we'll talk about that in another video, but I was successful with it. And then it didn't really make sense for us to live in New York City at that point because the taxes are really high. We were paying a lot for our mortgage for a really small. How small was our apartment?
It was like 500 square feet.
Yeah, 500 square feet, and it was not cheap. So it just didn't make sense. So then we decided to move.
Yeah. So we came down to Florida for my job. So I'm a speech therapist, and I've been working down here. But we just kind of got bit by the adventure bug. So we knew we wanted to see more of life and see more of the country. We travel around the world for a bit, but there's so much of this country that we haven't seen, so many great places and communities we wanted to check out. So we decided that we would get an RV.
So that's kind of the reasons we decided to move out of an apartment and into something more mobile. But when we're looking at different RVs, at first I was thinking, we get this big Class A, and then Chad kind of had this crazy idea when he was like, well, let's move into a van.
Yeah, the thing about the Class A's is you get all this space, and somehow it's like half the price of what this van costs, which I'm still trying to figure out why. But in a van, you just get so much more mobility. We fit in a standard parking spot, mostly. So you can park in cities, you can boondock pretty easy, and people aren't going to notice you, although we obviously live in a decked out van, but still, it's not like those huge Class A's.
Yeah, it's been really amazing just since the short time that we've had it. We just park it wherever we want, and we have no issues. And no one ever gives us a hard time. Because it's not so big, we can kind of park it in like our gym parking lot and sleep there, and no one said anything about that as well, which is pretty cool. But the other reason we really liked this whole lifestyle is because I would say, on the more frugal side.
Yeah,
Do you
for
agree
sure.
with that? Yeah. So actually, even though this van wasn't cheap by any means, it's the amount we're paying every month for it is about a quarter of what our rent was.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah. So again, we'll probably make another video kind of breaking that down, but that was a huge incentive for us as well. And then as opposed to renting, once we pay off more of this, we actually own it and could resell it, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And there's this whole minimalist movement as well. And for us, it was really shocking to see how much junk and stuff we'd really acquired that we didn't need. So it's been really nice to kind of wipe all that stuff away and see what it is you really need. And also in a van, you become hyper aware of your water usage, your electricity usage, your gas usage. So it makes you a lot more mindful of your impact.
Yeah, every time we're thinking about buying something, or a birthday or holidays coming up and people are asking us, what do you want for it? we have to be like really careful what we get.
Yeah.
I'm kind of asking myself, okay, where is that going to fit
Right.
in the van?
Like a mug needs to be like 4.5 inches to fit in this drawer. Or,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So it's been kind of interesting because when we moved into this apartment in New York City, we had to downsize. It was 500 square feet, but even when we left there, I was surprised how much junk we had.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And then we moved into a fully furnished apartment in Florida, or house, I should say, but we still managed to accumulate a lot of junk. So we've been slowly minimalizing more and more, and this is kind of really making us have to bring that to the almost extreme. But it's
Yeah.
been really nice.
And we've been watching, a lot of van life videos, subscribing to everyone on YouTube for a year, thinking, when are we going to do it? And it's really scary. I mean, I'm still petrified a little bit. I'm like, what the heck are we doing every morning? But I have to tell you, from our perspective, life is so short, and there's so much we want to see and so much we want to do. And it's been so meaningful to kind of get out of that rat race, those typical routines, and shake up our lives a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the actually perfect ending to this video. So if you guys want to follow us on this journey and learn more about van life and what we're doing and how we're doing this, then make sure to subscribe to the channel.
Smash that like button.
And see you guys in the next video.